Everyone, thank you for being here. With all the meeting to order of the Tax Increment Financing Reinvestment Plan One Board of Directors meeting for September 25th, 2024. I'm saying there are no public comments, nothing in the speaking. We move on to consider approval of the minutes. The meeting held on July 24th. Motion, second. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, regular agenda, receive current project updates, discuss copper sheet project. David Patrick.
Sorry, I think by the job. Okay.
Yeah. Well, good morning, everyone. Apologizing in advance. We do have some technical difficulties this morning. I do have some videos that are embedded in here, but they are not playing. So we'll figure out what I may do is, Jenna, send those to you so we can send out to the, OneDrive link maybe and send those out so everybody can see those. We did, just so you know, you won't be able to see them, but our drone guy does get excited. And so those videos a lot of times end up being 6 to 10 minutes, and we condense them down to like 30, 45 seconds so they would play, but some technical difficulties this morning, but we'll get those sent out to Jana so she can send them to the board. Everybody can see it. I'll click real fast when you get to those. We are going to review 7 projects this morning. Our first project is one that's in construction. It's our Iowa Loop North Phase 3 project. This one is actually going really, really well. They're focused on the east side, so from the BNSF Railroad over to 35. They're moving along quite nicely. They're on target and on schedule for their May of 2026 completion date. Once you see the video, you'll see that side again moving along really, really good. Lots of bridge structure in the air. The columns are mostly complete at this point, and they are getting in process of finalizing that east side to a point where they can move to the west. Most of the storm sewer is in and complete. The water line is going in right now. And so again, once you're able to see that video, you'll kind of see their progress. That group is doing really, really well out there and really pleased with the progress that's going on. We will probably be bringing back to this project committee and to the board some adjustments to the project with the North Industrial Park Master Plan that's been presented. So that'll be coming at a later date. And on this agenda item number 6, we have a voting item for an agreement. Actually, I think it's a ratification on this one for an agreement with BNSF for temporary construction license and inspection. BNSF typically has on these types of projects 2 different contracts, one with the contractor, one with the governmental entity. This one is with City of Temple for that construction license, as well as they require their own inspector to be out there for the items that are within their right of way. And that's an amount of $119,988. If anybody has any questions as I'm going through this, please don't hesitate to interrupt me and ask. Our next project is our Old Howard Road Improvements Project. This one is in design, and we're about 60% complete and on schedule to be complete in December. Things are going really well out on this one. We're working with the City of Temple on that design. This one will start to feed that North Industrial Park Master Plan and continue off of our Iowa Loop North Phase 2 section. We have construction dollars in 24 and 25, but it's fully funded through FY 2025, which will be October 1. Again, looking at completion of design in December, and then construction will follow that design. Our Santa Fe Market project, if you recall, this one has been presented to the board as well. And this is what you've seen, and we have received proposals on this project and they were competitive seal proposals. Overall layout of the area, and this will really nicely feed into what we've done at the MLK Festival grounds, as well as Santa Fe Community Market, kind of complete that whole area along Avenue C. This project is really the extent from Main Street to 4th Street, and will again feed into those things that we've already done. Another rendering view of the original project, looking at the pavilion area and into the Santa Fe Market, and then revisions to the Temple Feed building. And then looking at that pavilion lawn, looking into the Santa Fe, into the market itself. We did have one adjustment to the project, and this is at Pavilion Lawn. We're still going to utilize that historic stone out there, but we're going to reduce that wall a little bit, still have the covered shade structure, and have metal grates to feed into that with decomposed granite and pavers underneath it. And then those are the Santa Fe letters that Aaron actually found and had a really great idea to utilize these here to really enhance this. I'm really excited about how that's going to look when we're complete. So we had that as an alternate in the project as well. We did have 6 people propose on this, and this was a competitive seal proposal where proposed amount was the largest percentage of it, with the others being firm experience and reputation, personnel and experience and project approach. There was an independent committee that individually reviewed all of this and scored all 6 proposers. Wright Builders, as you can see, came out on top with an average score of 93.29. 2 items on this in your agenda today. Item number 5 is the construction contract with Wright Builders for a little over $3.4 million, and then we do have professional services on agenda item 4 for $246,000. Just to go over the items that were reviewed and chosen through the competitive sale proposal process. Again, that base was a little under $3.3 million. We did have some ads and some VEs that we took with the process. We had a storefront that was an alternate that was taking the existing Temple Feed building and really enhancing it, making it a better storefront, increasing that look along that corridor with Santa Fe Market over to MLK. We added 2 restrooms and a janitor's closet into the retail space, which again is Temple Feed building. That was a little over $95,000. Once we got into the process with Wright Builders, we did do a VE on the main pavilion roof, which saved us about $38,000. We did what we showed in the reuse of the stone and the steel grate inserts. That small change, we have incorporated that into that entertainment pavilion. Right around $13,000. The Santa Fe signage that you saw, about $10,000. That was an alternate as well. And then the purchasing department did a great job. They went out on buy board and actually saved us some money going through buy board to get picnic tables and trash cans. But we did need the labor to assemble and install those on the site, which was just under $8,000. So our total recommended alternates and adjustments, a little over $176,000. For a total proposed contract value of $3,461,760. And again, that's agenda item number 5. Our East-West Gateway project. I'm sure many of you have driven past this and seen the construction going on. In construction right now, and I'll talk a little bit about that. This video, back up because that's our last one. This video, I'm really excited for people to see because I feel like if you're driving down Central or Adams, you get a certain view of that. When you see it from the air, it's a completely different view. And I really think people are going to be excited once they see the final product. The contractor has come to us and asked for I wouldn't call it an extension, a delay in the landscaping. As everybody's probably really aware, it's still really hot. And so we have some large diameter trees, 10-inch diameter trees in this project. We're very concerned about planting those right now, even though all the irrigation is installed. Whenever you transport those trees, you put them in the ground, they do stress out. And when it's 100 degrees outside, they really stress out. And so in order to get the best product, especially for trees of that size, we've said, hey, let's wait till October or whenever the weather really gives us the best opportunity for these things to thrive and survive. And so we are going to do that. But other than that, they are very much on schedule. Again, we'll shoot this video out. Another thing we're pretty excited about, and this is on the west side with the art. We're starting to do our lighting reviews. Really excited how this looks at night and lit up. I think once this is done and you drive this at night, during the day even, but really at night, it is really an enhanced light that shines in here. So if you're driving by 35, it is going to stand out. And then the blade signs that mimic and are the same as you have on our gateway signs. You're heading southbound on I-35. Those are installed. This is a little bit of an optical illusion. This isn't art. What that, even though it looks like the blades are sticking out, those are protective coverings. So that while we're doing the construction, we don't mess up those blade signs. But those are the exact same blade sign, or the same look and size as what we have on 35. Those actually lit up as well. Downtown City Center. This project continues to be lots of fun. I'm really excited that I only have to walk out of my back door and down to the project because I'm doing that daily. Got some video on that one too. As you've probably seen, 2nd Street is open now. We think it looks really good. Great enhancement to what it was. I know the businesses that are along 2nd Street were really excited that we've gotten that open up. That project, we continue to find things as we dig stuff up. If you recall, a couple of months ago, I reported an underground storage tank that we found on Central between 2nd and 4th. 2 more presents. We found 2 more. And so we're going to get to deal with those here in the near future. Those were just discovered this week. So we're working on getting those taken care of now. We've also found some more basement issues, but very, very common. We do a lot of work in historic downtowns, and that's just kind of what you deal with. We still expect this project to be done November, December. We're working very closely with the Turner Berringer Real Estate Group and the professional building so that we're all working in the same space cohesively together. We've moved on to 4th Street right now because of the things that we found in Central, but we're continuing to move forward and really excited how this is going to look with the completion of Turner Berringer's development, the professional building development, and then this whole thing coming together. Out in Synergy Park, the Lorraine Avenue Extension Phase 2 project. If you recall, this board and city council have sent that contract through and approved it. So we're about to get started on it. We've had our pre-construction conference and have Emerson doing this project. Our notice to proceed is set for October 14th with a project completion of July 10th, 2025. Excited about this one stretching over to Bob White and starting to open up Synergy Park with that access. So we're about to get started on this one and completion of July 10th, 2025. And then in the good news category, we just bid the Synergy Park wastewater line. If you recall on this one, we showed the service areas for wastewater in Synergy Park. The green was already taken care of, and then we put a lift station in for the yellow. We were really missing that middle piece, that kind of red piece. And this opens up about 170 acres of wastewater for TDC and for RZ to start developing this area of Synergy Park. We'll be bringing this contract to the board next month, but wanted to share the good news. We did have 7 bidders, and our final OPC was $1.1 million. A&S Underground, who we've worked with before, was the low bidder at $631,777. Our final OPC again, $1.1 million, and our budget on this was about $1.7. And so bids were great. As you can see, the top is pretty tight, and this is kind of what we're seeing these days on very attractive projects. You'll have some folks really go after it, and as you'll see, we weren't low bidder, which we're happy about. You'll have some other folks that are bidding a little higher. But expect this one to come back to the board next month, and then we'll get this one into construction. And between the Lorraine Avenue extension and this wastewater project, that's really going to open up Synergy Park for development. And I will be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, David. Anyone have any questions? Good presentation.
Hey.
Okay, next item, we need to get money sorted out and on financing plan. Tyler,
Yeah, Tracy and I kind of briefly discussed some of this stuff, but Tracy, I'll let you kind of walk through where it's going.
Okay, you have a financing plan amendment before you. It's a very simple one. We're transferring $572,943 from project savings on the Lorraine Drive extension. As David Patrick went over earlier, the proposed Wright Builders contract agenda item is $3,400,000 $461,760. Additional costs on the project include the bidding, construction phase, services, on-site rep, and some, minor structural roof redesign. There still needs to be evaluated the western courtyard electronic pulling security grills for, it's estimated a cost of $26,101. Material testing is estimated at $44,540. There's a mural that will be added, later. The cost on that is $37,840. As, David also mentioned, the purchase of the 13 picnic tables and trash receptacles are $25,000. $100,000 for technology, security cameras, and then a contingency of $100,000 for total other project cost of $579,481. The total available funding is $3,468,000. So we're needing to add the $572,943 to the project.
Any questions on that? That was part of the packet that was sent out, and the memo, on page 2 of the memo that was sent out, summarizing.
So Tracy, I think in like summarization, we had what, 3.5 million in that line item. The overall project is gonna be about 4 million.
A little over 4 million, yes.
And so we are adding, effectively pulling money from the savings of Lorraine Drive, putting the extra 500,000. We're kind of splitting it up a little bit so that we can release the project a little bit faster. So that's why you got some of the bifurcation. It's kind of hard to tell without a slide or something, but inevitably we're getting to where we can fully fund the project plus the contingency, plus some of the ad alternates that we talked about, and using the savings from Lorraine Drive.
Correct.
Anybody have any questions, Tracy or Tyler? Not, I'll read it. Consider amending the tax increment financing reinvestment zone number 1, fiscal year 2024 Canadian project plans to transfer project savings to the Santa Fe Community Market Project. We have a motion.
So moved.
Motion by Blake, and a second. Second. Any discussion? Not all in favor, please say aye. Those same sign. Motion carries. Next item is David Patrick presented in the presentations. Number 4 is consider recommendation city council to authorize contract amendment number 2, professional services agreement with Casper Patrick Associates LP at Temple for bidding, construction administration, on-site representation services for the construction of Santa Fe Community Market Project, an estimated amount of $246,000.
Motion.
A motion? Second. Second, any discussion? Not all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carries. Next item's again was presented. Belinda, do you have any comments that you would like to add on item number 5 and just the whole process of the competitive seal proposal?
Not unless you have questions that you specifically want to ask. We did do this as a competitive seal proposal process, and like Mr. Patrick indicated, everybody independently scored all the proposals, and we then compiled the results of that, and it was Wright Brothers that was the highest ranked firm after that process. We then, based on where we came in with regards to the funding we needed to fund the project versus what we had available, we then had a very good meeting just negotiating and trying to come up with solutions to various things to get it more within the budget to make sure we're getting the best value for the project. So I think what we're presenting to you today is a very solid recommendation, and excited to come together.
Anyone have any questions of Belinda? Not, I'll read an item. Consider recommendation of city council to authorize construction contract for St. Market project with Wright Builders Temple in the estimated amount of $3,461,760. Have a motion, have a second?
Wait.
Second. Discussion? Not all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next item is one that David presented as well, the NSF railroad agreement. Consider ratification, recommendation of the city council authorizing an agreement with BNSF to inspect the construction of an elevated crossing over the BNSF railroad as part of the Outer Loop North Phase 3 project, an estimated amount of $119,988. Motion,
Motion.
motion approved, second.
Actually, I have a question. Is that money coming out of contingency to pay for that, out of that project?
Yes,
I think still after this leaves about $1.1 million, $1.2 million with contingency on the project.
yes. Correct.
Okay. Any additional questions? Not all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Both same sign. Motion carries. Next item is a project update from Temple Economic Zoning Corporation. Don't believe there's going to be one today. We also receive a project update from the city manager.
She had a conflicting meeting, but
Okay. Well, then we have one last item on the, I guess there are really two items, but this one is to recognize Michelle Digitano and Blake Pitts for the years of service. Tax increment financial reimbursement zone board of directors. Where after 2 terms of 6 years worth of service, Blake, thank you very, very much.
You get your morning.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you start taking kids to
Yeah,
school.
well, I got plenty of activities. And Michelle texted me last night. She was disappointed she wouldn't be able to be here, but she knew it was her last meeting. But so anyway, we have a gift for you, recognition of your remarkable contribution to the city of Temple, your tireless efforts, commitment to the tax increment financing reinvestment zone number 1 board of directors that made a significant impact. We're grateful for your service from September 2018 to September 2024.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Reminder how time goes by. It doesn't feel like 6 years. But just what's happened in the last 6 years and where we've come and where you're going. It's exciting.
Yep.
It's a fun time.
Thank you for your contribution, your service.
We did board and commission interviews last week and knew Blake was rolling off. So we had one slot that we needed to get filled. So Janet called him and kind of to volunteer for a new one. So he's not going.
You're not going away
Can we take him? We put him into something we didn't even know he was going to be hooked into. Thank you, Blake.
Absolutely appreciate it.
And the 2 new board members that are coming on, that have actually been approved.
They had, that last week's meeting.
Okay. And the 2, one that Lacey Adams Wagner, and Rob Marshall.
Yeah.
Yep, so will be joining us in next meeting. Okay, next time to schedule the next board meeting, it's currently October 23rd, 2024. So there's nothing else on our agenda, so I think we'll consider us adjourned and we can head back all of your morning.